Good Saturday morning, friends. It is 8:30 a.m. Saturday morning.
What are you doing?
I'm vlogging.
Well,
Today's going to be a very, very busy work day around the homestead, and so I thought it'd be a good time to vlog because we haven't done that in a while.
no, we haven't.
So the only thing you've missed so far is I've had 2 cups of coffee, and I've pruned some tomato plants, and I walked around in the garden, and that's pretty much it. But we are getting ready to go live from the front porch.
Yeah. I got to get my coffee before we go live.
And it can't take too long because we got a lot to do today.
Yep. Go get it.
So,
What makes your garden grow? Water and sunshine. What makes your spirit grow? Knowing that she'll be mine.
all right, friends, we just finished up our front porch live chat this morning. That was fun. And so I'm coming out. I've got my big jug of ice water because it is going to be nice, and I'm sure I'm going to get sweaty. So the first thing we are going to do, I'm going to work in the raised beds on getting it weeded. Okay, so I just harvested this beautiful lettuce. When you're harvesting lettuce, you want to make sure that you try to do it early in the day. I should have done this earlier because as it warms up, the leaves kind of lose some of the water, and they get kind of limp and soft. So for crunchier lettuce, you definitely want to harvest early in the day. On to spinach and Swiss chard. So that is my Swiss chard and spinach harvest. Look at that. Swiss chard is just so beautiful. So Kathy from North Star Prep Setter said she likes to use her Swiss chard stems as celery. I never have done that before. I tasted the stalk. It does have the texture of celery, but it's also kind of bitter. But if you've never eaten Swiss chard, someone said that it has the, I explain it as a rich, earthy spinach flavor. Someone else said they think it's like between a spinach and a kale. I would say that's probably more accurate. But it is delicious. It is so incredibly good for you, and it is gorgeous and very easy to grow. I highly recommend Swiss chard in your garden. Okay, so I'm gonna get these in the house, and then Jack and I are going to be, well, we're not making another arch. We're taking this cattle panel and we're putting it in the fort.
I'm checking to see if it's about 6 feet tall, how wide is it at the base, because eventually I'm thinking about getting 3 or 4 of these and making a greenhouse.
Yes.
But I'm wondering if I can, I've seen people use these for greenhouses, but I'm just wondering how big of a greenhouse, how wide is it, and is it really going to be enough room for what we'd want to do?
Right, well, I think what most people do is they make a base using pallets to kind of raise it up, and then putting the plastic over that. All right, I'm gonna get these greens in. second cattle panel is in, and my phone is about dead, so I need to take it in and charge. So let me tell you what I'm gonna do while this is charging. One thing that I did off camera was I came through here and our 2 younger rows of corn, well, this row of corn, I thinned it out, and I need to do this row. I'm also going to get my push-pull hoe, get some weeding done in between the rows, and probably get my cultivator and try to loosen the soil around the corn, take care. You can see I've got a lot of grass growing in this row here. Let's see, I also plan to on our cabbage, I don't know if you saw on my Instagram, I shared that even with our best efforts, we still got cabbage loopers. So I'm gonna go through here, see if I can find any more. It's too early in the day to treat with BT. I don't want to burn the plants with the sunshine and the water. So I'm just gonna get some DE, gonna weed really well, then put the barrier back on there. Look at that. Oh, white moth must die. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully we'll still have a good cabbage harvest. This one still looks really pretty. So yeah, gonna sprinkle with DE, diatomaceous earth, weed, put the barrier back on, get the push-pull hoe, weed through the rows, and then thin out that back row of corn. So that's what I'm going to do while y'all are on the charger, and when I bring you back, I'll show you the progress. I have to show you guys, while I was finishing up the beds, I went ahead, because I am so curious, I pulled the smallest, thinnest garlic plant in the bed, and look at what was under the dirt. Of course, this is peeled. I've got 1 clove. It's definitely not time to harvest yet. And I did post the question in our Freedom Homestead Friends group, is it okay to eat this? I know some plants, if you eat them too early or too late, they can be toxic or nasty, and I really don't know. But I don't want to waste this, and it smells incredible. I'm growing garlic, you guys. I'm so excited. So I posted the question in the Facebook group, is this okay to eat young garlic? And it was a resounding yes. Not only is the bulb good to eat, but so is the stalk. I'm so excited. We are having this with our dinner tonight. Yes. All right, guys, I'm hot and I'm tired, but I'm almost done. I have used my push-pull hoe. I've gone through and I have weeded. And now I'm just taking my rake and kind of sweeping the garden floor, just getting up the big clumps of weeds and smoothing the dirt back out. You don't have to do that, but we like to do it just to kind of keep things tidy. But the garden looks really, really good. We really want to utilize as much growing space as we can, and so while I was going through here weeding and raking, the thought came to me, we should make this back row a Three Sisters garden. We definitely have the space for it. If you're not familiar with what a Three Sisters garden is, it's where you take corn, you let it get, I guess like between your knee and your ankle, somewhere around there, and then once it's about that high, you come back and you plant pole beans. I actually just ordered some pinto beans from M.I. Gardener, and then once the pole beans get so high, then you go behind and you plant a vining squash. And I don't remember what it's called. I'll put the name down here. But I ordered a squash that is supposed to be kind of like an acorn squash or a butternut squash, but they're small. They're kind of like a personal sized winter squash. So I think that's what we're gonna try. Like I said, we've got the space, plenty of room back here for the squash to vine. But anyway, I'm gonna finish raking this up. I need to thin out the corn on this back row. All right, guys, we just got back from going up the road a piece. There's some greenhouses, and Jack wanted to go check them out, so we did. We were hoping they had plants, but they didn't. They just had produce. But they had some peaches from South Carolina, so we got some of those. We picked up a big slicer tomato, and Jack got his apple butter. So anyway, we're back now. I just finished drinking some basil lemonade, and it's time to get back to work. Done in the garden. So yeah, now we're going to start painting the chicken coop. Of what the coop is going to be. It's called Retro Colonial Blue. It's Valspar exterior flat. Anyway, I guess this is probably gonna dry a little darker, but it's a very, very nice blue color, and I'm thinking I might paint my rocking chairs that are on the front porch this color. We'll see. All right, let's get started. Quiet.
Tater bug, eating my potatoes. Tater bug, don't want my tomatoes. Tater bug, what makes you so hungry? Tater bug, eating all my money. What makes your garden grow? Water and sunshine.
Well, there was all kinds of excitement while I was touching up on this side. And of course, since this was in fast mode, I didn't catch it, but Georgia, our dog right there, got whiff of a chipmunk, and anyway, she didn't get it, but there's a lot of excitement. All right, so this is gonna dry. I've got it touched up. We love this color. Tried not to get the barnwood because we love the barnwood. We wanted to leave that alone, but yeah, I think it's gonna look really good. We just need to finish doing the last couple of things. Our chickens are coming in 2 weeks. 2 weeks they will be here, so we're really excited. On to the next project. All right, so it is 4:30 and it is hot and we are burnt. The garden looks good, raised beds look good. Chicken coop has been painted. Now it's time to go in, get some dinner, and I'm going to film.
Just rest.
I'm gonna film a separate video on how I freeze my spinach and get it put up. And
you worked hard today.
It's been a good day. And then we're going to, when the sun goes down, I'm going to water some of the garden, not all of it. So. All right, friends, so I just finished filming the how I freeze spinach video and got dinner done, and it's about 8 o'clock. So let's go out and take a stroll around the garden and see what all we accomplished today. We didn't show y'all this. Jackie has been working hard on the landscaping in the back. We used to have several big bushes right through here. We ripped them out, took out the old mulch, and yeah, we put in this stone, put in this gravel. That's my mint I put in a pot. And yeah, it looks really good. That's chocolate mint, by the way. So don't really know what we're gonna do here. We thought about putting some bushes, but I'm kind of thinking maybe some pots of edibles, but I'm not really sure what yet. There's Bobo. I love this thing. We're gonna do another strand going down that way. All right, whew, y'all. I've got a sunburn, and being out here is making me have goosebumps. Look at that. Oh my word. I'm gonna feel that tonight. All right. These are my muncher cucumbers, and they are doing so well, so very well in this pot. I'm very excited about that. We did the same thing over here, so we're definitely not done. Jack put the chives there, But yeah, I'm thinking we're just gonna do pots of edibles this year and then maybe do bushes next year. Look at that chicken coop! Yay! My plan is to eventually do a barn quilt on the side, but I can't do anything until we get the doors and the windows in. So anyway, look at that pretty garden. I don't know if I showed you guys this. It has our Declaration of Independence in the back. It says America 1776 on the front, Liberty on the forefront with the American flags. I saw that on Amazon and I thought that screams Freedom Homestead. I love it. So that is what welcomes you into Fort Freedom. So we got everything weeded. Doesn't it just look so great? We've got the cabbage covered in DE, so hopefully those cabbage loopers will stay away. The okra looks good. Got a sunflower there at the end. The squash looks good. The tomatoes. Over here we got those are the California Wonder Bells. And we've got marigolds down at the end. I can't remember if I've shown y'all this or not. They had that at Dollar General for $1. Isn't that the cutest? All right, this is my row of squash and collard greens look great. Then the corn looks good. We plan to rake back the mulch and put down cardboard, put the mulch back and then get more mulch. I did see a potato plant right there. Did I just see another one? There's that one. Is that one right there? It sure is. Look at that. Yay. All right. So the potatoes are growing. That is awesome. So let's go check out the Liberty Garden. All right, this is what I call our Liberty Garden. This is the herbs. Everything looks good here. I actually cut back the basil. We've been eating on that. I also harvested a bunch of cilantro. Everything else I'm just letting grow. Oh, it looks so great. The nasturtium looks good. All right, and the Victory Garden. I love the way that looks. So if y'all remember, I came through here, harvested lettuces, harvested spinach. Ooh, I see I missed some in the back there. Harvested the Swiss chard and weeded really well through here. Look at the size of this nasturtium. Look at that. It is huge. Don't have any blossoms on it yet. I do have some big buds down there though. I pruned all the tomato plants. Everything looks good. There's another basil plant. That is a volunteer tomato plant that was growing in the Liberty Garden that I pulled up and put in here, and it is thriving. Got a pygmy sunflower there, pygmy sunflower there. All right, let me walk around the side here. Y'all, this vine is almost over my head. So awesome. I cannot get over how incredibly beautiful scarlet runner bean blossoms are. They are just gorgeous. Oh, I also wanted to show y'all this. Whenever my basil plants were dying, I came over here and I planted some from seed and they're starting to pop up. I'm just gonna let them grow. We can't have too much basil. Spaghetti squash are doing really, really well. My peppers are doing good. I actually came through here after watching Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, and she mentioned that she interplanted beets with her peppers, and I was like, oh, I could do that. So I came out here and I interplanted golden beets and Kyoga beets. So I just have them, like I've got one there, just in between all of them. So it looks really good. Got another pygmy sunflower. And of course we know that the garlic is doing good. I'm so excited. Jalapenos look great. And I interplanted beets through here too. So this whole bed is onions, garlic, peppers, beets. My cantaloupe seeds that I saved are doing good. And here is the carrots. Not too crazy about that, but what do you do? Came through here, I weeded all this. This side is doing really great. Over here, cucumbers are doing really well. Of course, the bigger ones are the ones that lived through the frost. The smaller ones, these down here, which just put on their first true leaf today because they didn't look like that this morning. Look at that, that's crazy. These are the ones that I had to replant after the frost took out some of our cucumbers. So those are all doing, these are the Wisconsin SMR pickling cucumbers. Okay, and then of course this is all Blue Lake bush beans. I have broccoli rabe planted down through here. I had icicle radishes, but they bolted. So I took them out and planted broccoli rabe. Down there, I have a zinnia. And of course my strawberries are doing good. As of right now, 11 out of the 20 have come out of dormancy. The rest still haven't done anything, but I'm gonna continue to wait because you just never know. So everything looks good. The hyssop is getting nice and tall. Lemon balm is looking good. Okay, over in this bed, this is the patty pan squash. It is doing really, really well. It's getting little tiny babies on there. We've got lots of male flowers and female, so that's good. More Blue Lake bush beans all the way through there, and of course the scarlet runners. The strawberries, we've actually harvested a few, but they're really tiny. Hopefully these next ones that are coming on will be bigger. Got another zinnia here. I'm pretty sure that this is an echinacea and this is an echinacea because I planted it right in here and this looks like that. So I'm hoping that means that that's what that is. And then down here, just like in the other bed with the beans, I also planted broccoli rabe through here, and these look fantastic. Again, these grew crazy today. I'm gonna let these continue to grow and then we'll go through and thin them out later. So that is that. The chicken coop is painted. I love that shade of blue. That is so neat. It'll look a lot better once we get a barn quilt painted on it. But I'm very, very happy with how it looks. Very happy with how it looks. Look at that. With the barn wood, it looks so good with the barn wood. All right, you guys, it has been an amazing work day. Tomorrow is Sunday, the day of rest. I have absolutely no plans of doing any sort of work whatsoever. We're gonna get up, have coffee, walk around the garden, get ready for church, go to church, come home, and sleep and eat. Just off and on all day. That's what I plan on doing. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed spending the day with us. And until next time, remember to be vigilant, be prayerful, be prepared. Bye, guys.